Hi, everybody. So, I'm doing a 30-minute journey healing and wisdom session today for Aaron. And Aaron just wants me to go as guided by spirit, but he did indicate that he's noticing some energy blocks in his heart and in his throat. So, if that happens to come up, to explore that more deeply. So, I'm just going to relax here and get connected with your spiritual atmosphere, Aaron. Thank you so much for your open mindedness to share on YouTube. So I'm feeling connected with my spirit guides and higher self. Your spiritual atmosphere is really, it's got a essence of resistance, and there's a bit of like a really overwhelming wobbliness, especially with your third eye area. And it's really, I'm basically in a chunked up dark space. So it's really dark, dark energetically and dense. So it's not just like I'm walking through a shadow here. It's like it's a very, very thick, very dense jam. So I'm just examining it here. And this here in your third eye is also interconnected with your throat, is also interconnected with your heart. It's fascinating because I've been coming across this a lot lately, and maybe that's my issue. I myself am having my own throat issues, but I'm coming across a lot of people recently, where it's a lot of focus right now on the third eye and the throat and the heart as an interconnected piece. So something in the wind right now. But let's see what's going on here. I see you in a deep state of it's deep thought, deep contemplation. You're actually sitting on a rocking chair, like a wooden rocking chair out on a cozy deck, a wooden deck, and you're just gazing off. But it's not necessarily like a farm field that you're looking at or watching the grass grow or something of this kind. I don't necessarily feel like you see anything. I feel like you see beyond what you would actually see with your physical eyes, but you would see something deep beneath the surface of what your eyes see. So beneath the surface of your eyes, you're actually seeing something much deeper. And it comes actually in a visualization experience that you're participating in. You're actually participating in the visualization of your inner depth. And it's actually extremely heavy, and it's really hard to hear the higher wisdom because you're really ingrained in the human aspect of your experience instead of going beyond into a spiritual aspect of your experience. But you're on like a teeter-totter of, am I human or am I spirit? And so you're really holding steady with, I'm going to continue this train ride forward as the human man that I am. Instead of choosing to examine it from, maybe I'm more than this. And maybe it's time for me to explore beyond this human density into something far lighter than that. And when you choose something far lighter than that, it instantly creates light within you, and it makes everything so much easier to process through. Boy, this is getting more and more difficult the more I go inward. It's harder to breathe, and I feel it in my emotional gut region, just the upper gut region. I feel it in my heart as well. It's a feeling of longing. It's a feeling of exhaustion. But you're really stable. I mean, there's extraordinary stability going on here, despite these other emotions. You're extremely stable. And that's kind of an odd thing to say considering I'm walking into a black tar pit. of stability. How is that possible? How are you this stable with a black tar pit? I don't know, but you are. They show me you going into these deep visualizations. I don't even think you realize you're going into an extraordinary meditation and even psychic experience, but you would just, it's just normal. That's what I do. I'm a human being, but I just go into my thoughts and I experience inside of my thoughts and I interact with what's in my thoughts. That's actually a psychic experience. That's exactly what I do for a living. I go into the experience, not of my thoughts, but of your energy field. And use the same technique to go into, for me to go into your energy field as I would go into my own thoughts or my own meditation. It's all about intention. Where are you intending to travel to? If you choose to remain human, you will always intend to travel into anything that you would comprehend as a human being. But if you want to go beyond human, you would open your heart to an intention beyond yourself. And I'm telling you, it's beyond anything that you would know based on society, your job, relationships, all that stuff. Those are the things we know. You know, we walk into Walmart, we've done it a million times. I know where the cereal aisle is. That stuff I know. So the intention is, I'm going to Walmart, get my cereal, get out. That's a very human experience. But if you're wanting to go beyond that, you go into that same place on the rocking chair on the deck where you don't need to see anything with your actual human eyes. You just allow your heart to open up and experience and say, I want to go beyond anything I've ever seen as a human being, ever experienced as a human being. I'm ready to open up and go beyond myself now. Bam. One moment you do it, you're going to get struck by lightning right into your heart, and it's going like this. And then it's going to hit your throat and your third eye, and it's going to go above your head, but it's going to blast downward. So the more we become heart-centered as our gong space, the vibration then balances evenly all across all that we are. But if we want to be human about it, which is really mind-centered, if we put the gong here, then the vibration, it kind of stinks. It's not really as balanced as it goes across all that we are. It's better to have it heart-centered. This is the most important thing I could tell you right now. So the question is, what are you not speaking up about? The funny thing about throat issues is that we might not even be aware of what it is that is beneath the surface of it. For instance, let's say you're crazy psychic, you're crazy spiritually gifted. But if you choose to ride the human train, you're never going to acknowledge that, where your throat is really saying, I want to speak a spiritual message. I want to speak from the heart on a spiritual level. Well, you're not doing that because you're making the choice to be human about everything. Well, your vibration is expanding to a spiritual level. So you got to get out of the human body, the human mind, the human perception, and go into an infinite space. Infinite space is creative, diverse. It never sucks because it's always interesting and challenging. It's motivating, it's passionate, it's inspiring, it's artistic, it's beautiful, it's loving, it's embracing, it's sensual, it's intimate, it's everything. As a human realm can be so resisting, so structured, so I feel stuck in a box of everybody else's fears. And I can't grow beyond this box until they choose to grow beyond their own boxes. Well, here's your doorway. We can still live in that world full of boxes and boundaries and locked doors and etc. But we cannot conquer it by going beyond ourselves, right? So the lightning moment on the rocking chair, looking at nothing, we open ourselves up to receiving by simply acknowledging I'm ready to go beyond myself. Anything I've ever known or discovered, perceived, believed was me. I'm ready to open up to something beyond this. Bam, done. I'm telling you, there's like a million voices saying the moment that you do this is the moment your whole life is going to change. These voices are like long ways away with a lot of blocks in front of them. It's like, you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear beyond your human ears. because that we don't know what that means, we don't know what that looks like. I don't tell me what to do. I want to be human about my life, and I just want to do things the human way. If I want to be a human being, I chose to be a human being in the first place. So get out. I don't need you. I don't need you. We're talking about invisible people here that are your best friends, that love you for all eternity and then some, that have been connected to you in other lifetimes, that are your best friends, totally your best friends. And you've got like wall upon wall upon wall upon wall, like la 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 la, I don't hear you, I don't hear anything you're saying, la 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 la. And they're just like, but we just want to tell you hello, we just want to tell you we love you today. But for some reason that is offensive. For some reason that is you stepping beyond your grounds. How dare you, invisible people. So black, I'm building brick walls here. Get away from me. Stay 10,000 million bajillion feet back there behind the line. That's what it's like in here. And all you have to do is simply, literally, you don't have to be in your head about this. Your head is going to say a lot of reasons why you don't need to do that. But if you just like shut it up for 1 minute, just shush it, and then allow the heart, you go into your heart and just say, okay, I have no idea what this Abbey girl's talking about, but you know what? We'll just see what happens. Maybe something magical would happen. Maybe it would be exciting and new. Maybe it would be a new exploration for me. Maybe it would be fun. But it's positive. I'm telling you, it's ridiculously positive, but only when you are ready, right? I will tell you you're ready right now, but you have to make the decision. So anyway, but when you're ready, you go into your heart, and you already know how to do this. You simply just make the intention. You're really good at it. You're actually better than it than a lot of people. Like, you have a natural talent for it. You actually have a natural talent for it. So you go into your heart, which you're already doing this. You don't even have to think of how to. You just choose to be in your heart. Express from your heart, feel in your heart. And now say, okay, I've been human my whole life. I've been living very human life, and I'm happy with my human life. But there's encouragement for me to see myself from a different side of a mirror, to see myself through new eyes, or see a new perspective of myself and the world that I live in, to go beyond this. I have no idea what that means. I don't know what that looks like. I have no idea even how to make sense of this. But you know what? I'm just going to tell the universe that, okay, all right, I can open up to receiving something more than myself. And if you have advice or you want to interact with me, I welcome you to come, visit me in my dreams or etc. I don't even know how you're going to visit me. See, you don't have to know anything about it. You just simply have to have an intention to say, okay, I'll give it a try. Bam, lightning bolt strikes. These guys are getting closer to you, by the way. The more you do this energy work, they're like weaseling their way into your world. They're wiggling through. Like water eventually gets through the foundations of your basement. Eventually, their love will trickle on into your life, and you will receive it and hear it and say okay to it. You actually will do this in your lifetime. And they're getting closer. They're getting closer. They're going to touch you. They're going to touch you. There's something silly about them. They make me laugh so much. They're so funny. Why are they so funny? Oh, wow. You need to get to know these guys. They're really funny people. I feel like a kid, and I'm gonna get chased by my parents, and I'm like playing that game, like you can't get me game, and I just start giggling and running, and you like your parents are supposed to immediately know what that means and then run after you. They're not supposed to say no to this. They need to embrace this. I feel like that. I feel like I'm giggling like 2-year-old, like laughing because they're getting closer to me, and I'm just like, no, I'm running away, laughing. But it's really funny. It's really funny. I like them. Everything's relaxing, slowing way down. Looking directly into the heart. On the physical level, actually energetically on the physical level of your body, it's not necessarily just heart. I see like the gut, stomach, intestines. I actually, they're starting to open up. So we'll start with the heart. Now we see the lungs. Now we see like stomach, intestines, etc. Now we're kind of going upward. We see like the head. I'm just looking at the inside of your body, but it's real on the physical level. Why are they showing me your physical body? I mean, I just see the part is like it's always like pumping, squeezing. I mean, it seems like a fist that's like squeezing itself. There's something I'm supposed to do here with this. I haven't figured it out just yet. You have so many different identities you're actually working with right now. And I see different versions of you, physical versions of you, and you're still holding on to every single one of them, believe it or not. You actually haven't defined yourself as the physical version of you that you are right now. You're still the physical version of you that you have been at all these different points in your life. So you're still carrying all those physical versions of you. It's not appropriate. You don't need to do that. And your body wants to know, who am I? And it needs to just be identified as, this is who I am. This is who I am. This body is who I am. But your body is somehow saying, but I'm not sure. I might not be this body. I might be this older body of mine. I might be some other version of this body. I don't believe that this is my body. This is actually hard on your body, because it's not convinced this is you yet. Just a moment here. You're going to feel massively lighter the moment that this is released. And I'm saying, we're talking massively lighter as in all the years of your life, we're letting those go, because you're now this person. And this person is the newest, most amazing, most immaculate version of yourself that you have ever been. So you don't need to hang on to all of those previous years of you. Even as a child, a young person, like a toddler, a young kid, an adult, or a teenager, like literally all of these years, you need to let those years go, all of them. You need to let all those years go, because you don't need to hang on to all those personas of you. It's really hard on your body and it's dragging you down. You have no idea how much lighter you're about to feel, okay? I'm a magician. I'm gonna make you feel lighter. Presto! You will feel this, by the way. You actually will feel this. You're about to feel very, very light. You don't want to let go. You do not want to let go in here. Because in here it says, I need all these parts of myself in order to remember who I am. So to remember who I am, as in to define myself as who I am today, is all the people that brought me into this place that I am. So it is your toddler self, your young kid self, your teenage self. It's all yourselves. So you can't let go of all of these, like literally memories. And we're talking like Santa's goodie bag, like every single year across the globe, that many photographs, memories are stored in your physical body. You're holding on to it, and it's in your physical body, which I've never come across this before. But you are holding on to all of yourselves in order to understand who you are today. You need to stop. You need to say that this is who I am today, and anything else that I've been up until this point, I'm moving on from that, because I will never truly know myself from who I was. I only know myself for who I choose to be today and who I choose to be tomorrow, so to speak. So we need to move forward with life instead of holding on to what was, okay? So you need to start moving forward with life. Your ego, this is me stepping on your toes right now. You know this deep down inside yourself, and you're going to argue with me about this one. Your ego's already at it. I'm stepping on your toes. I'm literally, your feet are right here, and I'm actually crushing your toes. That's the image right now. And I'm in your face. I'm actually in your face right now. Stepping on your toes, telling you that you actually are who you are today. It's time to let go of all these versions of you that you've ever been. It's seriously, it's like, this is a complicated point to make, okay? Because a lot of people cherish their photo albums. And so they're holding on to the memory because they want to remember, right? They want to see those pictures. They want to rekindle those memories. As human beings, we hold on to things. We hold on to our house. We hold on to our relationships. We hold on to our jobs. We hold on to money. We hold on to everything we can hold on to. We just hold on to stuff. And I am a huge advocate for knowing that it's safe to let everything go. Literally everything go. And the more that you can realize that you have it already inside yourself, we're being human about wanting to hold on to everything. That when we realize that we are the infinite memory bank of an entire universe, that we don't have to anymore. And we can always be ourselves in that moment. And we can appreciate all the moments that led up to this one just simply by radiating who we are today. Is the memory. Is all the parts of ourselves. Man, this makes you so sad too. This is really hard because there's something emotional about it. And man, it's like... it's like so hard on my head because the sadness is actually kind of going to my head, and I like wincing because I want to cry, but I don't cry, and I feel it in my emotional gut, and it's in my heart, and I just want somebody to understand me. I just want somebody to know me. And you just cry. But I don't ever cry, and I don't ever show anybody this. And I'm going to just keep it all in here, in my heart. And I'm not going to speak about it either. Now you're an upstanding man, and you can't feel me stepping on your toes because in the end, you are in control of your choices, not me. And so if something doesn't feel right to you because it's asking too much of you right now, as your head would define it, now you protect yourself by basically telling me to F off. It's just like your loving friends that are wanting to play the chasing you game, and you're not laughing. You're putting up brick walls and saying, get out. Don't tell me what to do. I'm a human being. I make my choices. I want to live this way, so you have to accept that. They do accept that, but they just want to love you. They just want to love you. They just want to love you somewhere. So again, you're putting up a protective barrier by just shielding this reality. And it's actually really awful for me to feel it. I actually feel it right here. I feel it in my gut when you do it. I feel it in my heart. I feel like gross inside because you just did it. You actually just put up a wall against me. And this inspiration to let go of all the past and all the yous that you've ever been and all the memories, because it's time to focus on you as you are today. Is the first time you've ever been this person your whole life. And the you that you are tomorrow is the first time you've ever been this person your whole life. And you need to start learning who you are today, not based on who you were yesterday or 10 years ago or 20 years ago or whatever, but you need to start focusing on who you are today. You don't even know what that means. Again, we're looking at the teeter-totter between you want to choose to be human, but you're also a very spiritual person. I mean, you're a very spiritual person, and it's revolving into your world more and more, but you're still holding on to wanting to live in a world that I know what to expect. I know what it looks like. I know where my cereal box is at Walmart, etc. I just want to live in that world. I don't want to go beyond that world. And the encouragement from the universe is that you open your heart up to what that might be like. It doesn't mean you have to, bam, I know it now. Oh my God, that freaked me out. No, it's just like, oh, you open your heart, now be pleasantly surprised by something that happens every week. That's a little miniature gift that the universe gives to you to say, I love you today. And it's really warm and it's really welcoming. And now you're starting to find people that know who you are, and they're invisible people. But They know everything about you, and they're the ones that are going to help to nurture this emotional side that keeps tucking itself within you and being strong on the outside, but feeling this vulnerability on the inside. But I'm telling you, you're a very stable person. Even looking at the calamity we've developed here with the black tar density, you are the most stable black tar like a spiritual atmosphere I've ever stepped into. Very stable. How do you do it? I don't know. Let's see. You have been listening the whole time. So I'm talking to your deeper consciousness, and your deeper consciousness is eyeballing the conversation here and saying, I did hear you, and I'm getting over myself, and it's okay, and I'm starting to let my guard down, and you stepping on my toes actually makes me feel good about myself because I needed this. And I want to thank you for being honest with me. So now we can see why you're so stable, because you have a defense mechanism, but you're also able to intelligently say, there's something more about this, and it is time for me to make a change. So I will be open-minded to the change. And that's all you have to do, seriously. And the more that you say that, your heart is starting, your heart was like a choo, 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 choo crazy lock, and it's starting to actually open up, like literally, like it's winding open. And when it winds open, it's starting to expand more. And you're getting a lot more breath into your lungs and your diaphragm region, and then into your throat, and it just feels more expressive. A lot more expressive. So I'm just kind of stretching out your energy field, because you really need your energy field stretched out. It's really tight, so we need that. You're kind of slow to let go of old behaviors, even if you know it's time. It's still kind of not ready yet, and your open-mindedness to the psychic idea is there, but you're not really in a position to know what to do with that right now. So it's just sort of like it's there, but it's not like okay, I'm on that, I'm gun ho, I'm ready to go with it. So it just feels like it's going to be a slow process for you to really enter into that gift of yours, but you're using it every day. You actually are using it every day. Okay, invisible people want to talk. You don't even know who they are. Okay, let me see. All I see are what are like 4 little African women, and they're like this big, and all in different colored white dresses, and they're like kind of twirling their bodies around in different ways with really radiant, large smiles, and their teeth are perfect, and they're glistening, and they're smiling, and they're like little, like turning just ever so slightly. But they like have different flows to their white gowns, so they're just sort of flowing in different magical ways. And they're like African women, 4 little tiny African women, and they're like about ready to clap, and they're about ready to dance, and they seem kind of like like African church or something. You know how they're like the singing, and they get really into it. They're really into it. They're dancing and they're into it, and they are speaking, they are talking. I don't know, but they're like that. They're like that. But they're like glowing, and their hearts are alive, and they're wild, and with their energy of love, and it just flows out. But it has such a like African vibe to it. It's really like earthy too. It's got a jungle essence to it, but while also interconnected with, you could see them singing in the choir, like you letting it out, and it's just so exciting. And they're kind of walking around on your shoulders and now on your head, and one of them's on your head knocking. Say hello, anybody in there? She opens your third eye, and it's just like like I don't know, crickets or something. She's walking onto your nose. They're like fairies. They kind of remind me of fairies, but I don't see any wings. She's standing on the tip of your nose, and you're looking like, cross-eyed at her. On your nose. You're not really sure what to make of this. Is she like a bug that I should smack off of there? Should I just let her stand there? Am I supposed to pick her up and move her? I don't know what to make of this. She says, I know. I like pestering you. Because when I pester you, now I get noticed. Now I get reactions. She's walking towards one of your eyes as she's examining it. She shakes her set head and looks at me and she shrugs. She said, I thought there'd be a lot more light on the inside of these eyes. Where is the light at in these eyes? She looks at her sisters and she starts to cry. She says his light is almost dimmed out. I don't know what to do, sisters. If he doesn't let the light in, then his eyes will remain like this. I want to take you to a time where you were, you're like a tribal man. You're colorful with paint. You have like a tribal headdress on. You're dancing. You're expressing. But it's not necessarily to the people of the tribe, but to spirit and to the planet and to your soul. And it's like it's in your own world. You're having this moment, and it includes the drum beats. And it is so ridiculously freeing. Your heart sensory skills are just off the charts. And what it feels like in there, oh my God. And the sisters say, we will not stop beating the drums until you come back to life. We will not stop beating the drums until you come back to life. We will not stop beating the drums until you come back to life. They keep doing this over and over again. They say that chant to you. We will not stop beating the drums until you come back to life. They keep saying that to you. And the more that you do this dance, your feet start to feel the earth vibration kicking up into your legs and into your hips and into your heart. And the more that you express yourself through the sound and the movements of your body, and it's just like so much movement and so much energy, and it's so alive. It is so alive. You are wise. You are like a shaman of some kind too. Like I experienced, there's energetic wisdom, healing wisdom, spirit wisdom, earth wisdom, soul wisdom. Like you're so connected, so connected. And it didn't matter about the people of the tribe, as in what they thought of you, what their needs were, what their expectations were, because you're like self-healing right now, and that is so important to your balance, to the work that you do is to be self-healed, is to work on yourself, is to heal yourself, to connect with the spirit realm, with the earth, with the sounds, with the song of your soul, with all of this stuff, with your body. And only when you were healed were you able to work on the right level with people in your tribe. I mean, you were so respected, and it's like I feel like you lived kind of cut off from the people. And you were happy to live removed, because you could do your own thing without the normal human world trying to make sense of you, because you are kind of out there. But you're not. You're actually so spirit. You're far more spirit than you are human. And so in that way, it made sense for you to be connected to nature more than deeply rooted in the community. So people would come to you and reverence and honor, and you would do your weird spiritual thing, but it was so awesome. The gifts that you would share. And you're just very happy. Like you emanate love and healing and balance and joy. You just emanate it. And the four sisters are just still beating the drums for you to find your light again, to find yourself and to be who you are. That's all I can share for you, Erin, but this was really cool. It's a very cool experience for me. I just, give me a moment here. I'm just disconnecting. I'm just moving back from your spiritual atmosphere. I'm just coming backward. Just allowing you to be you and then me to be me. Still disconnecting. I actually went quite deep in your spiritual atmosphere. So I'm still disconnecting here. Gosh. In the process of disconnecting, there's like a bit of a sad vibe. But it's actually very quickly dissipating. Because it feels like I just gave you a gift of self-realization. And in that way, we all feel a little emotional about that, right? So it actually was, in a way, a positive sadness. It just surprised me. But I'm disconnected now from your spiritual atmosphere. Okay. Anyway, thank you for this very memorable, very cool experience. Thank you for your open-mindedness to share as well. And for those of you watching, if you're interested in connecting with me through energy work or wisdom, please visit me at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you all for watching, and I wish you all a wonderful day.